Hello, I'm Lakshmi Shetty, Assistant Professor Department of ACE at SMVITM Bantakal. So in this video, we'll be having a look at downlink transport channel processing. So the downlink channel transport channel processing has been divided into two parts. In this video, I'll be explaining about channel coding processing, and in the next video, I'll be explaining about another stage that is modulation processing. Let us see then overview of downlink transport channel processing. This is the block that we have. The figure shows an overview block. So the downlink transport channel processing has been divided into two stages mainly: channel coding processing and modulation processing. Channel coding processing has 5 different blocks. So in this video, we'll be more concentrating on channel coding processing 5 different blocks and what happens in each block. So channel coding processing involves the mapping of an incoming transport block which has come from a MAC layer, which has been transported from the MAC layer. In this block, we get a code block. I mean, the final output of channel coding processing, you will be getting different code blocks. This becomes an input to modulation processing. Modulation processing stage basically generates an OFDM baseband signal, and the signal is given to each antenna ports. As I have already mentioned, channel coding processing, we'll be having a look at this. Now downlink transport channel processing, basically in the question, in the exam, the question can be asked as overview, what explanation about the downlink transport channel processing, or they can ask you an individual stages like explain channel coding processing or explain modulation processing. Apart from that, there are blocks of channel coding processing and modulation processing which are important blocks. For example, channel coders or encoders. Different types of channel encoders are there. So those channel encoders can also be asked as individual questions. So there are multiple questions that can be asked in the examination on this topic. So coming back to our channel coding processing basically consists of 5 different stages. The first stage is known as CRC addition. Then we have code block segmentation, channel coding, rate matching, and code block concatenation. So what happens, the figure shows you the transport block, how an input transport block is converted into code word at the end of code block concatenation. So the stages are shown in the figure. So we'll see one by one each. So the first stage is CRC addition. CRC is nothing but cyclic redundancy check. So this cyclic redundancy check generally provides an error detection to the error detection on the transport block. This is a 24-bit CRC. 24-bit CRC is added at the end of a transport block, and this CRC allows the receiver side to have error detection in the decoding stage. CRC is a polynomial, a generator polynomial, that is, as we have already mentioned, it's added at the end of the transport block. We have the next stage called as code block segmentation. Code block segmentation. So in the previous stage we have added, so you can see the figure where transport block and CRC is added. Now the transport block plus CRC, what we have received from the first stage, this is further divided into code blocks in code block segmentation stage, and this code blocks size can be of 2 different types. First type is known as minimum size and the maximum size. Minimum size can be of a 40-bit size and maximum is 6144-bit size. So we get the code blocks either of a minimum size or of maximum size, and then what happens is in code block segmentation, not only the division of the transport block into code blocks happens, even addition of CRC at the end of each code block, that is 24-bit CRC is added, at the end of each code block. Apart from that, even filler bits are added or appended in the beginning. Now, why this filler bits are appended? Filler bits are appended to match the set of valid turbo interleaving block sizes. So we need to match the turbo block size. So for that, filler bits are added at the beginning of the code block. So finally, as an output from code block segmentation, we get set of bits which has code block, CRC and filler bits. Next is channel encoding. So here different types of channel encoders are applied to the transport channels. The channel encoders generally used are tail biting convolutional coding and convolutional turbo coding. These are the two different types of channel encoders that are used. So we'll be explaining about tail biting convolution coding and convolution turbo coding in a different video. The more detailed explanation about these encoders will be given in a different video. Now the encoding scheme, which kind of encoding schemes to be used, generally depends on the type of channel, transport channel. So there are different coding schemes used for different transport channel. For example, for downlink shared channel and for paging channel and multicast channel, turbo coding is used with a coding rate of 1/3, whereas for broadcast channel, tail biting convolution coding is used with a coding rate of 1/3. So this is about the channel coding. The stage what we have is rate matching. So rate matching, what exactly happens in this block is that we need to finally from this block we need to extract an exact set of bits that needs to be transmitted to the modulation processing stage. So that's the main task of rate matching block. Generally, rate matching consists of 3 different stages. So the stages are interleaving, bit collection and bit selection. Let us see one by one. The figure shows what happens to the code block in different stages, in the interleaving stage and in the bit collection stage and the bit selection stage. So let us see one by one. So the first stage is interleaving stage. So here you can see that the coded blocks that we have, we can consider that the coded block that has been formed in the code block segmentation block stage. So code block segmentation stage, we have got a coded block along with some of the CRC added and filler bits added. So let us consider that as that division as systematic stream and parity stream. So we are showing 2 different parity streams. So in interleaving, what happens is the interleaving is performed at sub-block level, and this generally improves the performance of decoder, and it is performed independently on each bit stream. So we have the block interleaver is done using intercolumn permutation. So at the end of the interleaving stage, what we get is we get a sub-block interleaver for a systematic stream, for parity stream separate, and for second parity stream separately. So that's the output of interleaving stage. Now the next stage what we have is bit collection. So what we need to do is in the bit collection there is a requirement of placing the systematic stream and the parity stream at the right place. So this is done in bit collection. So there is a virtual circular buffer that is being formed, and the virtual circular buffer is formed by collecting the bits from where? Bits from the interleaving stage. So the systematic stream interleaving stage, a systematic stream basically is placed in the beginning, and later on it is followed by the alternative bits of parity stream 1 and parity streams 2. In this example, we are having parity stream 1 and parity stream 2. So the alternate bits of parity stream or the alternatively we are going to put parity stream 1 bit and parity stream 2 bit. So this is we can also say that the systematic stream which is placed at the beginning is always followed by the bit by bit interlacing of the 2 interleaved parity streams. So in total we get a bit collection stage which has the combination of a systematic stream and parity stream. Now in bit selection, need to extract now whatever are the collected bits that are present in virtual circular buffer. So from this virtual circular buffer we need to extract the bits that are required or that fits into the assigned physical resources. So we need to have a selective number of bits selection. So that's the reason why the stage is known as bit selection. Now to select this, let us say that the selected bits length is of a sequence L, or the sequence length is L. Now we need to first determine what should be the length of L. Now generally the L bits are extracted from the virtual circular buffer, and the bit selection generally depends upon the redundancy versions. So if the redundant bits are there, those are not selected, and the other bits are selected for the transmission. So you have bit selection stage wherein bits are selected depending on the redundancy version. So that these are the three stages that happens in rate matching. So the last block in channel coding processing is code block concatenation. So concatenation is generally required only in case if we are using turbo coding, because the number of code blocks that are there in the turbo coding is generally larger than 1. So what happens in concatenation stage is that all the coded blocks that are received from the rate matching block are concatenated to form a code word, and this code word acts as an input to the modulation processing stage. So let us see the C of the channel coding process. Channel coding process, you can see here we have an input as a transport block. So from the MAC layer, whatever this transport block has been received serves as an input to channel coding processing. First stage is CRC attachment. So to the transport block, 24-bit CRC is attached. Then the next is code block segmentation. So the whole transport block plus CRC is divided into code blocks and or a smaller blocks known as code blocks, and this subdivision code blocks are then later on added with CRC and at the end, and appended with filler bits at the beginning. So that's what happens in code block segmentation. Then we have channel encoding stage, wherein encoders like tail biting convolution encoder and turbo convolution encoders are being used. Then we have rate matching. In rate matching we have 3 different stages what we have studied: interleaved, bit collection and bit selection. So finally, after the rate matching, that is a selected beat of sequence length L, also known as coded block, is the output of rate matching. This coded block is concatenated to form a code word, which acts as an input to modulation processing stage. So this is all about channel coding processing stage. So in the next video we will see about the modulation processing. Thank you.